Hello everyone. Today we're going to be looking over another one of my sketchbooks. This one is my first travel sketchbook that I ever got. Um, I can't remember if I bought it or if one of my parents bought it for me, but it is a Pro Art sketchbook and its dimensions are 4x6, I want to say. So I started this back in 2010, so right when I got into high school. And the first page is a picture of Michelangelo's David. I was sitting around and somebody had a copy of the statue, so I just doodled it. Some hands. More hands. These hands look so much better compared to some of my newer stuff. I guess because it was mostly just kind of like what everyone tells you. You just really have to practice, and studying from reference or from drawings, I mean not from drawings, but from real life is so much better than just looking at pictures. It helps a lot, it really does, and it shows. Some eyes, they weren't that great. Me trying to draw myself. I was in the back seat, and my brother still had that weird skater boy haircut, so it was very distinctive, and it was easy to draw because it was just a mop of hair. The seat, I think, is actually what came out best. This picture over here, besides being poorly proportioned, was supposed to be about, like, becoming more cybernetic and things like that. Some god formers. My character, Desrock, back when he was still Desrock and not Grimoire, and then Shockwave over on the left. Picture of a horse head that I wanted to kind of draw like with the mane and stuff on fire and call it like a nightmare. Just some random doodles, looks like bugs. This I definitely remember. It was when we were down in North Carolina on a little island called Ocracoke. It's actually a really neat little place. It's good to visit, especially if you have like a day or two where you can just kind of chill around on the beach. Tried to draw my foot. I think that was the same day, actually. I was really into Bleach, so I saw this one person draw like all of the cars, which were some of the characters from that show, and like I just felt the need to kind of redraw them because the style, I love Tite Kubo's style. I mean, like, it's very line focused, so I really liked the style, so I tried to emulate it. A few more of those. Ball. Just a sketch of one. Got a few blank pages where, like, I had planned to do all of them, but I guess I didn't get around to it. A doodle, I was listening to a band. This is when Neon Trees' song Animals came out. It was like the only thing that played on the radio for like ever. Trying to draw a horse. Some stars. I'm not sure who humanization that is. It says it's for Hothead, but I don't know who that is. I don't remember, rather. We have a very super early concept of Lilith back when she was still kind of like very plain looking and everything, and had dark brown hair instead of her red hair. I don't know, that was just a really weird doodle. There was a song called Wake Up the Dead that I was listening to. I guess I was just trying to draw something based off of that. Over here was Elatus when he was still Vanity. Gave him a lot of tattoos and stuff. It just didn't end up fitting his character, so I mean, I changed it a lot, as you've seen in some of my other videos. Just kind of a reference doodle. Back when Ira had wings and was super edgy. Ira is Elatus's older brother, and he is Wrath, basically, so originally he was supposed to be like this evil angel and everything like that, but he's changed a lot over time as well, just as much as the latest and the others have, and I'm actually really proud of him. He's come a long way. More of Vanity and Wrath together, back when they were still Vanity and Wrath, me trying to figure out tattoos. Like, Ira was supposed to be like super disfigured and everything. There's a picture of him over here on the right. But as I said, I've changed a lot of that. I think it's gotten a lot better. A redraw from a How to Draw Robots book. It was the 50 Robots How to Draw and Paint book by Thompson, I want to believe. My mom was getting her hair done one day at a salon, and they had like a lot of mirrors, so I just decided to do some self-portraits. Strikera from Transformers Animated. Humanized, Lockdown, and Prowl. I was super, like, I don't know, I really liked those two. I kind of jumped the bandwagon with that ship. Some sketches for a logo that I tried to do for a dart throwing group called Bad Mojo. This guy, I think you might have seen him in my last sketchbook. His name is Slasher, or at least that was his name. I don't know if I'm going to change it or not, because it was from a really, really, really old story that I think I started back in, like, I don't know, 2007 or 2008, back when I was, like, really, like, just a kid. Oh, look, there's an anime little me. I even have my little Decepticon t-shirt. Look at that, it's so cute. Page is full of fail. That's what that said. Somnus, aka Sloth, back when he was still just Sloth, he's actually changed a super, super lot, like way more probably than any other character has in that entire book that I've written. Because I mean, like, he just needed to change so much, and like, I've gotten better at drawing him too. Like, his ear isn't all the way up by some god awful part of him. Transformers Animated Megatron. I did this one with my Faber-Castell brush markers that I had gotten for my birthday. The Deadpool. Like, this image was going around like a lot. I just ended up drawing it because it looked cute, and yeah, I fell into that bad habit of like just redrawing stuff that I saw people do. Thankfully, I think I've gotten out of that habit. It's okay to do it for practice, just not when you kind of claim it as your own work, guys. So that's a fun fact to remember. Another self-portrait. These are actually like little kids' glasses that I found at Busch Gardens, but they ended up fitting me. It was really weird. I liked them because it was like a Cyclops visor or whatever from X-Men. It was neat. Too bad they were yellow instead of red. I think this was when I was at like a Costco. I was just drawing some stuff because like everything's in bulk, so they have like models and whatever on the packages, so I was just drawing some of them. I think this is a panel from one of the Deadpool comics that I have. Just kind of redrawing. This was in my English, one of my English classes, I think, or my creative writing class. I don't remember, but I do remember that mask. It was always up in the corner of the chalkboard. It was like staring at you and judging the whole period while you were looking at the clock. I think that's my brother again. Just kind of chilling there. Got some more blank pages. Got Gluttony. Again, changed a lot. It's now Venter. Some more hands. These aren't as good as like the ones at the front of the book, but I was still using my own hand as a reference, so I guess I get brownie points for that. I'm trying to draw some eyes and some roses. Always a good little doodle thing to draw. I had a pen from Chobits. It was Yumi, I want to say, so I was trying to draw her. Then we have just a dragon head. Kind of a wing, I guess. Can't tell if he's coiled or that's supposed to be his wing poking over his shoulder. Some lazy anatomical drawings. Some of them accurate, but this one definitely over here on the right, super not. That is not how your eyes go, and definitely not how like your skull or anything else really looks. So, like, I got the notion of it down. I didn't follow through all the way, I guess. Another anime chibi version of me. That was like my favorite thing to wear in high school was my Halo 3 shirt, and I had a pair of those trip pants, trip shorts, whatever, that like had the zip off parts at the bottom of the knee, so they were great because I could just shove all of my pens and stuff in those pockets, and like it was nice. I didn't have to carry like a bag. Some more doodles. These look like scales and stuff over here. I guess I was just trying to like play with contrast. That's the whole page of that again over here. Tried to draw some feathers. Didn't really fill up the page. Some more hands. Hands are good, guys. You should always draw hands. Some friends at my lunch table. This is my friend Andrew. I want to say this was Joe. And that was Mike. Mike from the football team. Yeah. Kind of like an android cyborg looking dude. An unfinished doodle. Bug Formers was another AU. I guess I was trying to draw some of that here, but like it didn't really go anywhere. Arcana as a Bug Former. Another lazy anatomy sketch. Wrote some notes to go along with it. Edgy little revolutionary kind of drawing with a bad hand. Like I could have used reference like I was trying to do earlier in this, but I guess I didn't know what was wrong with that. Trying to figure out where Arcana's tattoos was gonna go, cause trying to figure out, you know, human former stuff for her. This is just a sketch, super duper light sketch, trying to figure out like a spider landing on somebody's finger. This came out a little bit better over here, but not really super into anything. And I feel super bad because I could totally not remember the artist, but it was either in Gothic Art Now, or it was an artist who was featured in Gothic Art Now, but the piece wasn't in the book. Because I know I looked up several of the artists from the book because their style was really intriguing. So, but that was basically just another redraw. So I mean, like when you look at something long enough, yeah, you can kind of figure out how it goes. But I mean, it robs you of like figuring out how to compose for yourself and that sort of thing. It's good practice. So I wouldn't say don't do it, but definitely remember you got to make your own stuff too. I guess trying to go off of that piece and make my own composition, following some of my own advice for trying to make it into like a plague-like character. Little chess piece. And then again, following similar elements over here too, because if you look at them side by side, they're like eerily similar, but they're still not quite the same. This one just doesn't have the mask really, and doesn't have quite all the same things with the hoods. The hose got moved down and added an extra hose going to the eye and everything like that, but it was still too similar. My favorite, Plague Doctors. I love Plague Doctors so much. They're so cool. The bird mask and everything, it was just, I liked drawing them. A bird skull that somebody had shown me. I can't even remember what type of bird it was, but it was definitely like a heron or something like that because the beak was extra long. Some more kind of like Zen doodly kind of things. And this one came out okay. This one actually makes a face if you turn it upside down. See, its little eyes and make his ends with the strawberry make like a mustache. It's kind of bad, but I mean, it's all in good fun. Oh yes, the Dead Swamp. This was in definitely the last sketchbook tour that I did. And if you guys remember, it was talking about how like the trees and stuff would be feeding off of corpses and stuff that were dumped in the marshes, and made it definitely more of a creepy Southern Gothic Mongrove kind of place where you definitely wouldn't want to go if you were in the water at night. Me trying to draw some spiders that I found over at my friend's farm, kind of while I was just piddling around while my mom was riding her horse. This is a detail from a chair, like at the top part of it. It was really cool. I liked the way that the line wasn't really rampant, but it wasn't really static either. A Luna moth that I was trying to draw, but this is not really with reference. I mean, part of it was, but it also feels like part of it wasn't, definitely. Me trying to draw the Queen of Spades for symmetry practice, I guess. The twins, Venter and Advierta, back when they were still kind of gluttony and greed, and they looked way too similar to tell apart, and they've changed a lot too. And Vidaya, She's also changed. This is actually one of my favorite pictures of Brahma. This is like right as he's starting to like get his name and everything. And I was still debating on like how they could use elemental elements basically. So like how magic would work and things like that. Like would they be able to turn into animals? Would be like what kind of, you know, would a bull be able to use fire? Would they be more earth-based? Just that sort of thing, kind of. And Brahma's moniker is the Red Bull. I borrowed a little bit from the last unicorn there, but I don't know. I liked the name, and then he has red hair, and if the book ever gets published, you guys will get to figure out and know why he's called Red Bull. This is Venter. I actually based his life model off of my younger brother. For whatever reason, like my brother just like when I was writing out Venter's character, like my brother just fit for whatever reason. Not that I like intentionally modeled the character after my brother, but like physically speaking, everything about my younger brother just seemed to fit Venter, so he makes a good life model for when I'm drawing him. These were before like I decided on my brother being like the life model for that character. I was trying to figure out like, you know, if he could grow tusks, what kind of things would he grow. I decided that Venter, aka Gluttony, would be a wild boar. So I was trying to figure out like, would he get tusks? Would like he grow fur or something like that would get super sharp, something like that. This is just kind of like a clipstock image that was on a menu of an Italian restaurant called Anna's, or Angela's rather, I think. Yeah, Angela's. They have the best garlic knots. They're up in Spotsylvania if anybody ever gets up that way. Spotsylvania, Virginia. Another Zendoodly page. This one, again, kind of came out better than some of the ones before. I think I just get better with that as it goes. Some gesture drawings based off of the Great American Pinup book, which features a lot of pinups from like the 1930s to 1940s. Another spider I was trying to draw, but I mean, again, it's really hard to draw them when you're not like right up on them, and I was still kind of scared of spiders. I mean, I still am kind of scared of spiders, but not nearly as much. I have a very, very healthy respect for them, though, so I don't want to disturb them, definitely, like, while they're awake or something. The Amazing Spider-Man, the first one came out 2012. I went to go see it, and I brought this with me into the movie theater, and while we were waiting for the movie to start, I was drawing some Spider-Man. So this was the android. I think you guys saw her, and another android from my last sketchbook tour. Her name is Io. After the Greek character from Greek mythology. In Greek mythology, she actually gets turned into a cow to escape from Hera's wrath, but she sends a fly and gets chased all the way down to Egypt anyway. But here she was just kind of a unit, and I made her responsible for like all of transport, so like all of the metro trains and the subways and things like that. Just some kind of doodles. I think I was watching Batman the animated series when I was drawing some of this, because that's where most of it looks familiar, especially like the Joker and Harley Quinn. Because you guys know that Harley Quinn actually wasn't really intended to be a character until the animated series came out. Fun fact for you right there. I was trying to draw something kind of edgy, but it didn't end up doing it. Something over here, so just some notes. Another kind of Zendoodly page. And me going through some different names, changing character stuff around. This is probably from like 2012 or 2013. Belot is another character from the same book that a lot of the characters that you've seen throughout this one is. He's actually this guy named Advirta. It's his dad. he and Victor are twins, but they don't share the same dad. It's kind of weird. I'll probably explain that later at some point when I go do a character video. This actually, I want to say, is probably from 2015 or 2016 even. The sun is another character in the book. It's actually like the sun. I won't tell you how she comes about because that will spoil a lot of the story in case it ever gets published, but yeah, I was trying to draw like a tarot card or something like that with her, involving her. And then there's some blank pages at the end. I did a little color swatch at the back. Always a good idea to do color swatches. But these were my favorite pastel markers. These weren't with any of my Copics. That was 2011. I brought that at the end of school, and one of my friends, her name was Shay, she drew that for me. And the rest of that's blank pages. So thanks for sticking around for the tour, and we'll see you again real soon here with another sketchbook as we go further, okay? See you next time. Take care.